What's up, everybody? Let's see if I can stop jawing in time for either me to realize that I'm running out of space or that this tablet's dying because, well, I've almost ran it clear out of batteries from just jawing too much about, well, one topic in particular today. Talk about hunters, y'all. Hunting is, I think, misunderstood. People seem to think that, hunters go out to kill things because it gives us some sort of well, we're like, yeah, we gotta kill the deer because it makes us feel, gives us a rush, makes us feel alive. I do martial arts makes me feel alive. Being in a cage, not in a cage, but being in a field with a competitor who is equally skilled and just as willing as I am to practice and try to hone each other's skills. That is what that is some great shit, and that it is some shit that does actually truly make me feel alive. Killing animals, that kind of freaks me the fuck out a little bit, actually. I view fish as like space aliens. It freaks me out even killing fish, man. I'll tell you why. It's because, well, they're just fish. What can I say? I don't know how the fish in the store got killed or how it got to me or what. But what I do know is that if I go fishing and I pull a fish out of the water and beat it over the head with a pliers real quick, I can try to do mortal damage to its brain basically instantly. And it sounds fucked up, but it's a pretty brutal way to go, I'm not gonna lie. But at least it's a swift justice, and that's all you can ask for when you're fish. Swift justice. At least it's swift. And like I said, it's really all you could ask for. But there's a reason for this. It's not because I hate fish. I think fish are space aliens and they're fascinating to look at, but I don't, in fact, I don't hate them I think they're fascinating. But, I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how the fish that I got were killed. The same thing goes with the cow that I get, or any of that animal that I get at the store. You might say, well, don't eat meat. Maybe I don't think that'll work for me as a person, and I like to eat meat, so I'm just generally not considering it. And I'll just hunt the meat myself, and then that way I can ensure the way that this animal dies, and ensure that it's lived in a wild manner and it was killed as swiftly as possible. Ideally, especially if I was, say, hunting deer, there's deer every day in my backyard. And, I really like looking at them because they're adorable little creatures. But, if I shot one and it was wounded, or a wounded deer shows up in my backyard, and it's clearly gonna die, in the forest I'm packing some swords, and I got some swords here. It's not gonna, if I'm in that circumstance, it might be fucked up, and I might get in trouble for it maybe a little bit later, but like, well, you stabbed the deer with a sword. But yeah, the deer had an axe in its forehead. It was like kicking in my backyard, going, so I just killed it. Didn't think it should live for shouldn't didn't think we should play that scenario out any further. And yeah, there's a lot of fucked up shit that happens to animals, and not just cows, goats, sheep, and so forth, and rabbits, and the way we procure our food, and pigs, but also to humans and smaller animals. Some people just don't give a shit about bugs and so forth. That they're animals too, man. I can't ensure the quality of existence for any animal that was in captivity, but what I can ensure is that a deer that was in the wild was at least, running around doing some deer shit until I found it and blasted its dumb ass. And that's a very insensitive way to put it, but that's the way it is, man. If I saw it and I killed it out in the woods, at least it was living a deer life, and it didn't freeze to death. It didn't get eaten by wolves, and it get shot by some prick who intentionally shot it in the leg and then watched it struggle. It got put out as fast as possible, and I'd harvest its skin, and I'd harvest its meat, and I'd harvest its antlers, and I'd probably harvest its bones. Who knows? I don't know about that. There's a whole lot of useful shit that comes out of animal bodies. And yeah, sounds fucked up, but I'd try to find somebody who could give me some nice deer hide for that deer, and then turn the antlers into sword handles. And the deer will not only feed me and my fams, but it'll feed other people. I've got some venison, ground venison upstairs. I was gonna say ground beef, but that's not what it is. It's ground venison upstairs, man. That's a deer feeding multiple families. That's meals that I'm not eating meat from fucking Taco Bell or who the fuck knows where, right? This is bringing real world alternatives to something that is a problem, and we can change it, and there's more ways to change it than one, but I myself can not I ain't changing completely right now, but eventually I'd like to, if I can, hunt all of my meat, or at least if I don't do that, buy it from a farm, because I know some farmers. So, and these aren't factory farms. These are like local farmers, small operations. They name their pigs and shit, and they care about them. They have great lives. So, this is the way I'll try to do it. Anyways, I gotta get out of here before my tablet has another meltdown. And yeah, before you judge somebody or the way they do something, figure out why they do something. Might blow your mind, man.